Well, howdy all you happy campers. This is Hunter Pruitt, also known as the RV Hunter, down here at McLean's RV in Sanger, Texas, actually in our service bays, the largest RV sales and service center in the state of Texas, here in Sanger, Texas, where we actually become a destination RV dealership because we have a KOA campground right on site, and we're actually filming this video today for two purposes. One, to bring you a brand new floor plan. We're actually sitting in the 2023 Grand Design Momentum 32G travel trailer. I know it looks like a fifth wheel, but it is in fact a bumper pull travel trailer. But this customer actually purchased this unit from watching one of our other YouTube videos. We were able to connect, able to do measurements, make sure that he was narrowing in on the perfect layout for his needs. He has a longer toy, and usually travel trailers aren't going to accommodate, but what we're sitting in is actually, to give you the RV Hunter scouting report, is almost 37 feet, 36 feet 10 inches, about 12 feet 4 inches in height, but it has a 16-foot garage from this kitchen area back to the rear garage door, with almost an additional 5 feet if you go all the way to this bathroom that we're going to focus on, to where you can potentially use 21 feet of garage space if you have something a little bit more narrow like a dirt bike. But to kind of round off the rest of the specs here, this camper sits just under 10,000 pounds dry, about 9,600 pounds as it sits. It's about 13,000 pounds gross weight and right about a 1,500 pound hitch weight, but the tanks, especially for a travel trailer, are enormous. You're talking 96 gallons of fresh water, 78 gray, and almost 40 black, right at coming in at 39 gallons. And then in terms of the insulation rating, which is what Grand Design is known for, you have R40 insulation in the subfloor and the roof. It has the same marine grade subfloor decking, not the 5/8 inch tongue and groove plywood, marine grade decking that they use on yachts that won't wick water whatsoever. No floor vents through this entire camper. And then you have R7 insulation both in the sidewalls and the slide wall, because we do have a slide. This is a single slide camper up in the front bedroom area. But now that we've kind of reviewed some of the specs, this video again is serving two purposes. This is one of the first units to come offline. We plucked it from Grand Design as soon as it was made. This customer just found it on Grand Design's website, had the faith that we were going to provide the perfect purchase experience for him, but in an effort to provide that experience, giving him the first-hand look of his new camper, and then give you a glimpse of the newest floor plan in the Grand Design travel trailer line. Here it is, the 2023 Grand Design Momentum 32G, and you notice that we actually have two Happy Jack bed systems. This toy hauler is really unique in the travel trailer segment from Grand Design, in that it has no slides in this middle living area, but you almost can't even tell because this camper is 100 inches wide, right at 8 feet 4 inches. And that is going to allow you to park the bigger side-by-sides, pull in your four-wheelers, your ATVs. But I know a lot of folks who buy travel trailer toy haulers because they just want the flexibility and the versatility to make everything modular. These couches that you see back here not only can seat tons of people, you have cup holders throughout, have this gorgeous 3-season garage door to where you can enjoy the views, hopefully not of our service bays. That's why you're buying a Grand Design, is to avoid it being here. We're just doing our initial pre-delivery inspection free of charge for the customer. But whenever you're backed up to an awesome campground, you have these great views, able to sit on these couches. And these 3-season garage doors, they actually have glass inserts. Right when I first started back in 2018, there was Velcro plastic vinyl, but these are much nicer, where you have two pinch tabs down below, can raise them incrementally at any point to get a good breeze going through here, but close them off if you're wanting to keep it temperature controlled on the inside, because you do have two ACs. You have a 15,000 BTU main AC with the newest RV airflow system, full metal ductwork throughout, and then the front AC is a 13,500 BTU. But we're going to come straight out to this patio because it is kind of the cherry on top of toy haulers, because you're turning what is a 37-foot camper into well over 40 feet of usable space. Have this awesome armless patio awning that comes out over the top. We'll extend it as we do some B-roll footage at the end to give you a full overview. But Grand Design is also doing this whole new patio system that I love. I'll show you how to break it down at the end. But if you have pets, small kids, and you want to enjoy the essence of camping, which is getting them outside, they can be under the shade. Stay inside. There's actually these netting that will actually attach here, keep them from sneaking out the side rails. But then of course, this will lower down into a ramp, has a 3,500 pound weight rating on it whenever you're driving a toy up inside, but can also support 1,500 pounds in terms of bringing all your friends out here. I was sitting in that really comfortable Euro style recliner That can come straight out here because it's on its own supported base. And I didn't show you how it reclines, but very comfortable. It goes all the way back, and then once you kick this out, and you are just living life, especially if you had it right outside. Now, this is really unique in that you can potentially sleep almost 8 people here. It'd be 2 small children here, but all of these beds flip over just like this. And again, it would have to be 2 small children that would sleep there. So really, sleeping accommodations, I believe, that are listed online are 7, but plenty of space for those 7. And then the Happy Jack system here, whenever you raise it all the way up, these pins, when they flip over, will release this bed from its resting position right up top, put the weight onto that, and it'll bring it all the way down to this stopping plate, which is actually adjustable. But then you have what is potentially 2 over king-size beds for people to sleep on comfortably. But then again, when you're ready to actually entertain, it raises right back up by flipping the pin in the other direction. That stores up and away, and then you have these really comfortable sofas. Again, you have 2 of these Euro-style chairs right next to the entry door, but this is a massive garage. You're talking 16 feet all the way up, and that's once these countertops drop down. Now, do bear in mind that the 3-season garage doors and the patio doors are going to take up about 6 inches, and then you have about 1.5 feet for that ramp to take into consideration. So really, I pinned this at about a 14.5 foot garage to make it comfortable, but still almost any ATV can fit in here comfortably. Back it up inside so that it distributes the weight better. Just a little pro tip for you. But the TV positioning is also really accommodating. Have the TCL Smart TV that's on a swivel. Great cabinets up top. Your Rockford Fosgate sound system is still coming on these Momentums, even though it is a travel trailer. Glass inserts on the cabinets, real wood. And great storage there, and you can actually see the outside Rockford Fosgate. USB ports everywhere. There's plugs actually under these cabinets. Love the backsplash that they're doing, how they continued it over. Talk about flip up, the 3-burner cast iron cooktop has this glass cover to give you more counter space, but if you don't want the bacon grease getting on the back, then you flip that right up. And a decent oven for a travel trailer. Pots and pans drawer underneath. And then up overhead, plenty of storage, especially for a travel trailer. Here's your Rockford Fosgate sub. 12 volt Norcold fridge. We just plugged it in, and I think you can see the frost already building up. It does have solar already on the roof and keep up with this fridge certainly, along with your USB ports and all your 12 volt systems like the lights. And then look at this. Storage for days, because you have so much more head height. Toy haulers also fit another segment. People with dogs, people who are wanting to sleep more people, but also for those of you who really find the challenge of finding a shower or just a travel trailer period that you're not scraping your head on, this is it. The height is going to be much taller and a 12-foot 4-inch clearance on the outside, so that you can actually get the toys up in here. Love this sink. One deep stainless sink that's undermounted, and the dish drying rack here. Pull down faucet, and an awesome little window so you can actually get a view of your curbside campsite. Place for a trash can. What a concept. And the plumbing's really not obstructive. Great drawers here. All the way down. Modern handles. And if you haven't seen the newest 2023 Grand Designs, they did a slight redesign in 2023 for late year models. It is a lot lighter in here, a lot brighter. They didn't do their dark stain. Pretty much the same set of 4 drawers all the way down on this side as well. But then we go into what is one of the more accommodating bathroom and bedroom combinations I've seen, not only on any toy hauler, but on any travel trailer. You have the shower on this side, and when I was talking about head height, you've got it here. I love the touch of the window there. Actually give you a view, but it's not intruding on your privacy. Huge shower head, upgraded fixtures, actually placed to hold your soap. But the move around space, and again, I'm 6 foot even, and an 8-foot giant could be taking a shower in here. You do have the porcelain toilet, and then all of this storage all the way around. This is a massive pass-through bathroom. Now, there are folks who say, I don't want a pass-through bathroom. I don't want to hear people when they're going into the restroom in the middle of the night. those are people who haven't camped, because you're going to hear somebody going to the restroom in a camper regardless in the middle of the night. But the benefit of having the pass-through bathroom is that instead of putting on your pants while you're sitting on the bed, this basically becomes your changing room. You do have nice little towel hooks here, tons of outlets, and of course a porcelain toilet as you'd expect on Grand Design. The slide-out room controls are right here. And then as we enter this bedroom, they've really listened to user feedback. The only shortcoming I've seen across Grand Design travel trailer toy haulers is the amount of closet space. But as you come in, you have an extended closet here. It's the deepest one I've seen. They maximize this space underneath by hiding your fuse panel, your breaker switches, your wardrobe right here. There's a surprise on the outside that we'll get to. And then just look at all of this storage. You remember, Grand Designs are rated, warranted, and insulated to be lived in full time. And so for those of you who are looking for a very spacious bumper pool to possibly just shoot out in, to live that dream, this, I think, has plenty of storage space to accommodate, especially when you start factoring in this wardrobe along the back. And this space, it's where the front cap is, but they still find a way to maximize every square inch, and I'm sure that creative campers will find a place for it. Notice the even flow heat system, no floor ducts, does a better job of dispersing that heat. And then they've done new touches with the headboard up there with this gray shiplap, upgraded hinges for the storage all the way across. And these little ledges are really neat. Put phone, a drink at night. Now when the slide comes in, the bed does flip up, but it is a pretty nice mattress. And a mattress foam topper fits perfectly if you are wanting something that's a little bit softer. If you like firm beds, you're going to love RV mattresses. But this floor plan, as we look back through the rest of it, you really get the feel that, man, this is 38 feet, and they did such a good job of utilizing every square inch. This can lift all the way up to the ceiling to bring in a very tall and very wide toy. Again, back it up so that you actually have the weight distributed more over the axles. But I want to go on outside and show you some of the features out there. So follow me. We're going out here to prove to you that we actually do in fact inspect them. Our technicians bring them in the bays, water test them, and we do a full hour-long instructional walkthrough with you on travel trailers, 2 hours on fifth wheels and motorized. But that way you're actually able to see that everything works and meets your expectations before you sign any final finance paperwork with us. And then taking it that extra mile, you being able to stay back at our KOA campground ensures that you're rolling out of here confident in the use of your camper. But as we look on the outside, they've now done a different painted J-wrap that's just really sharp. You notice the massive awning on this thing. Full LED light strip underneath. You have the Goodyear Endurance tires. They're 16-inch tires that typically you only find on fifth wheels, and few fifth wheels even have 16-inch. There's even Reflection 150 series from Grand Design that only have 15-inch tires. Nitrogen filled, of course. 5-year warranty on the axles, wheels, and tires. 5 years on these automotive grade decals because they want to keep them looking nice. 3 years on the structure of the camper, and then a 1-year hitch to bumper with also an 18-year roof warranty with that PVC roof membrane. Then we do have a 2-burner cooktop here. How often do you see a outside kitchen on a toy hauler? Usually there's not the cavity for it, but Grand Design was brilliant in utilizing the wardrobe space in the bedroom and then the cavity here for the outside kitchen. What do we call this? Of course, the beer and Dr. Pepper fridge here in Texas. Little cubbies there. And then this is actually a little bit wider than some of the other Momentum travel trailers. This is all backed. You can hang things in here, but for your golf clubs, other things, you have plenty of space there. It is already prepped for a tire pressure monitor system. You have a battery disconnect switch in here, and this is also heated. You can see the forced heat duct right there as well. There is a switch to where you can control the front cap lights, which we'll get to right now because they are sharp. This is a very good looking camper, which is the most important thing, but it's definitely a cherry on top. Electric tongue jack, as you'd expect, 2 20-pound tanks, and the deep cycle lead acid marine grade battery. And then as we come around the back, again, you can tell that we actually inspect them. I purposefully left this panel off to show you a few things, because also on the service side of things, finding an experienced salesperson, this is a 4,000 Cummins Onan generator. It does have a 30-gallon auxiliary fuel tank at the back that this runs off of, and you can use it to fill up your toys. But if you ever don't have, this generator can be stopped and start from both inside and outside. If you ever have the generator running, there's a breaker switch right here, and if you're not getting power to the rest of the coach, it's probably because this breaker switch flipped itself from the vibration or whatever. They actually relocated this breaker switch on newer models, so I had a little hard time finding it, but it's right inside here, and that's just something that you can check and do your own diagnosis instead of bringing it into a Cummins facility or to a RV service place. But this under here, it is not a plastic roller sheet. This is a Schwintek slide mechanism. Do just make sure you're putting the slide all the way out and then all the way in order to avoid it getting off track. But they are very reliable. Their intention is for smaller slides, like a bed slide. It's the one that sits the most level going in and out. And then you do have your centralized pump station, fully enclosed here. Hoses typically run up underneath, but our technicians just, whenever they're here, run water through the whole tanks, make sure that everything's working properly. And battery disconnect switch on this side. The other side was actually the inverter disconnect, excuse me. But whether or not you're going to dry camp, be connected to city water, winterize it, or do city water, all of your connections are right here, along with your black tank flush, which has an oscillator to make sure that there's no residual in that black tank. And then coming on back, you do have one centralized dump, which is something that a lot of people seek out on a camper. Make sure that you don't have to get a Y connector or anything like that. It is a 30 amp power cord. And you're asking me, Hunter, I thought you said there was 2 ACs. I did. And what's awesome about the Momentums is it's one of the only travel trailers in the industry that can run 2 ACs off 30 amp service. They have soft start ACs, which are phenomenal. It allows you to actually go to state national parks that might only have 30 amp hookups and still be able to keep the camper cool in the hottest temperatures. You have a 6-gallon quick recovery water heater. It refills 17.8 gallons per hour, so every 20 minutes you have a fresh tank of hot water. This is your furnace exhaust, and the vent hood over the stove is actually vented to the outside. Again, the Goodyear Endurance tires on this side, and here is the 30-gallon auxiliary fuel tank that I was alluding to. You might ask, Hunter, why is there not electric leveling on a Grand Design travel trailer? That's a gimmick, y'all. Electric stabilizers, there's a clutching mechanism to where if you're on unlevel ground, they'll go down together and one will stop once it senses the ground while the other one keeps going, and then this one's never firmly planted. And so these jacks actually will support 5,000 pounds each mounted to the frame, and so it's going to do a much better job from keeping this heavy camper from rocking. Love the ladder, how they made it. You have 2 pins there. You can actually pull it up so you're not having to tiptoe on up, but then whenever you're towing, going down the road, has a slimmer profile, so you don't have to worry about ripping it off. Now, the one downfall of a lot of the Momentum travel trailers before was the patio rail system, but what they've done with the new ones is pretty awesome. It actually has this locking foot mechanism here. They used to never come together. There was a little piece here that you try to have to haphazard the feet together and lock them in place. This one here just locks right there, and then when you're ready to fold it up, this goes right down just like that. This folds over just like that. You snap it right in place, and then bungee this side. Do something similar on the other side. Bada bing, bada boom. Camp is set up. This is a gas assisted door, very easy to lift up, and it is now weatherproof. Would still fold it up if you had intense rains, but you don't have to fret that the ramp door is going to expand if it ever does get wet. And then the way that these lock into place, you know that your precious cargo on the inside is secure. But it is one heck of a camper. Very excited to meet the family that's coming down all the way from Missouri to do business with us, putting them up at our campground Friday night whenever they come in. Going to do their full show out, walk through, make sure all their parts, their hitch is installed properly, and then they're going to hit the road in their brand new camper. The nice thing is that they have the peace of mind that they can go anywhere in the country and still get service, because Grand Design has the dealer pledge where every single Grand Design dealer is required to welcome Grand Design customers with open arms, and then say that my customer had an issue with their slide and they were stuck somewhere. Grand Design has mobile techs that'll actually come to you. One of the mobile techs for our area from Grand Design, his son is the technician that's actually doing the inspection on this rig. And so just referencing the quality of people that we have here in the McLean's organization. We are celebrating 60 years of being in business, serving you in the Texas and Oklahoma area. We do have 5 locations in Sanger, Denton, Rockwall, Fort Worth, and Oklahoma City. Most of them have campsites available. But we have the full service KOA right here on site. This is our awesome service center. Here we've done walkthroughs of the facility before, but please let us know what else you'd like to see, and tune in the future to other travel trailer and toy hauler videos. But thank you again for tuning in. Hope that you have a blessed rest of your day. Stay happy camping.